fun, but did it give me any useful skills? Absolutely not.
I started working at the dollar store when I graduated.
So you got some useful
And it wasn't a nice dollar store. It was the ghetto dollar store.
What is a
They
nice
ranked
dollar
them
store?
on like threat levels.
Dollar
And mine was
store
like
dot com.
ranked at like 3.5 out of 5 stars.
That is retarded. That
And
they
the
have
only
a
ones
threat
that reach
level.
4 and 5 stars are in the Bronx and Queens.
And this was in like the nicest area on Long Island, just in like the crappier part of the nice area.
There's a really nice area where we live, and then there's one stretch of it that's, people get shot, stabbed with samurai swords, and terrible things are always happening there, and that's where I worked.
Tell about your second day on the job.
Yeah, so my second day on the job, somebody actually overdosed mid-robbery. That's it. That's just what happened. Yeah.
What happened? You started
Right in the middle of their grand heist, they just start convulsing on the floor. They have to get Narcan, and all the ambulances show up, and yeah.
That's so fucked up and sad too. I couldn't work there, but didn't someone also shit in the
Oh,
bathroom?
yes. So somebody was pissed off that
Tell us about that.
we don't have public restrooms because they will just go in there and do copious amounts of drugs. So we don't let them do that, or they'll shoplift. We know our clientele, okay? So we don't have public restrooms, but somebody took that as an invitation to go into the employee-only area, take a shit. They didn't hide it either. They took this shit in the middle. They cleared a space in the middle of the room. They took a shit, and then they opened up a case of toilet paper. And used
Okay,
it.
so they wiped their ass at
Yeah,
least.
Yeah.
Did they leave the toilet paper there?
Yep, everything.
That's disgusting.
Everything right in the middle of the floor. I got into work, and the first thing was my manager pulled me and he said, "I need you guys to look at this. Come here. That's human shit right there. Somebody snuck in and took a dump in our warehouse."
Who cleaned it?
Not me.
That was like an actually probably scary job. I mean, I remember working late at fast food one night, and you'd have the crackheads sometimes come in, and one time one of them came up to us, and he was like, "Are there a lot of people back there with you?" As I was taking the garbage out at like 12 at night,
You
I was
should
like,
have said yes.
"Yes, and we have a shotgun."
There's
a lot of
packed
us.
right now.
Mhm.
Mind me, crickets.
Crackheads.
Yeah, and
You gotta
actually,
be careful.
it
I was a crackhead.
it got to me. I quit. The crackheads were so rude, and then my manager, like one day too, was kind of being an asshole, and then a crackhead, fucking crack whore, really pissed me off. So I just said, "Listen,
Wait,
this
how
is
was
my
your
2 weeks."
manager being an asshole?
Was it the manager, the cool one? Or
No, not the
That was
cool
the
one.
asshole one.
It was just like,
The cool one had the gat.
I mean, to be fair, like, I just didn't. I did not try, but I definitely didn't try it.
That's how,
Wait,
I
hold
felt.
on, you also
That's
left
how I
out-
felt about Target.
Didn't the manager who had just gotten off probation bring a gun to work every day? Like, it was that bad. Like, the manager who was not supposed to even have a gun would bring his gun to work, and he just got off probation.
I was going to omit certain details, but
Well, it doesn't matter. Nobody can
Well,
put
that's
that.
not
Alleged-
true. The store's closed down.
allegedly-
You can
The
say
store
what you
doesn't
want
exist
now.
anymore. It's
gone.
closed down.
allegedly there were firearms on the premises.
Allegedly.
All the
More
employees
like
had their own
certainly.
I was like, all right, so whatever you do, don't get me in the crossfire.
That's crazy lore. I wouldn't even bring, like,
God.
hold on, think about that. Bringing a gun to work, like, dog, just
Unless
give
you're a
them,
cop,
give-
why are you bringing a
'cause
gun
then
to
you're gonna
work?
get
Well, there were
charged for
people
shooting
there.
somebody.
There were people there
That's
who
just
were.
the cycle of crime. It's being a dumbass. You can't fight,
Yeah.
like, working at the dollar store. I would rather get robbed than pull a gun, shoot the guy.
None of
Like,
this shit
it's
is
not
worth,
it.
your life and
I-
your freedom.
They'll
I
leave you
didn't.
give
I
them
didn't
shit.
work night
Yeah.
shifts because
Let 'em take it.
because of the area. I was like, I won't work night shifts. I'm available in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
I remember.
You know, I've gone to that Planet Fitness next to that gym before at night, and I never saw anything.
Well, it's a membership gym. Yeah, you would never know.
No, but it's right next to.
Yeah, but you think crackheads have gym memberships to Planet Fitness?
No, I'm
Harrison?
saying like I would expect to see some ruckus outside.
They come from the back.
You
the
probably
woods, they're
you
all-
probably could. There was one day that I didn't even leave my car there. My mom would drop me off because I was like, I'm not leaving my car in this parking lot. I just gotten a new car. It was a nicer car, and I didn't want to leave it around these degenerates. And so she drove up. She's like, "What are they doing?" And there was an entire crew of them all sitting there
crew of
taking
them?
hits, just literally sitting in like a circle.
having an orgy.
Outside.
That's called a soup kitchen. Just a name for that.
Yeah, Dirty Mike and the boys were running it back with a soup kitchen outside my
Wait,
job.
I would have filmed that.
And it was, she's like, I'm going to leave now. I was like, yeah, you get out of here. This is terrible.
Yeah, I don't have any. What other crazy lore is there? I mean, there's a lot that happened in between those years right out of
That's
college.
my job right now.
That was it. It was about
Like-
3 or 4 months I worked there. And that was, and like, it's not like I worked at other places and I'd worked there for, a while. And it was like, not my dream job, but I could do it. It's work, and you're making money.
He's the
I
boss.
couldn't fucking do it with this place. I was like, it's not worth it. So I quit.
Yeah, no, there's some jobs where it's like, I have it pretty good right now, but I mean, Five Guys, I used to work at Five Guys and I hated it. Purely, I gotta say, everyone talks shit about how, like, dirty restaurants are, and they are, and there's, like, really hard to keep a restaurant clean and sanitary, but Five Guys literally had the most clean kitchen, and we always made sure it was clean, and it was, like, actually very, very well kept. But, like, sometimes they wouldn't let you pre-close, so that means you can't close 10 minutes before the restaurant actually closes. You can't start cleaning up, and I get that, but what was annoying was we would have this one manager. Sometimes we had a system, me and my manager, Tom, who was a cool dude, and it would take us like 20, 30 minutes, clean the whole place, get home, carry on with our lives, because this is a part-time job. This one woman would make us stay till 3 a.m. cleaning. I fucking hated her. She was such a pain in the ass. She was like a nice lady, but she was like a literal pain in the ass. Keep us there till 3 in the morning cleaning grills.
I never did.
Was that like your hours or?
No, I worked 4 or 7 to 10 p.m. We closed at 10, and then we would stay till 3 cleaning the kitchen.
It doesn't take that long.
I know. She was
Yeah, like, was that like?
It
Is
takes an
that
hour
like?
max.
Exactly. It
It's
shouldn't take
easy.
more than an
Like
hour.
how did like?
You would have to clean. Well, you'd have to empty the oil out of the fryers. You'd have to clear the oil. You'd have to wash and scrub down all the machinery. You'd have to empty the oil into oil pits, put new oil in, wash the floor, empty the milkshakes. Anything that touched food had to be cleaned, rinsed, and set up for the next morning. No water could be left sitting on any surface, on any dish, on anything. Every piece of silverware had to be washed.
You had
All the
real
milkshake-
silverware?
No, like the cutlery in the back.
Oh, the metal
And
things.
then everything had to be prepped for the next day. So much work, not worth the money. Not worth the $16 an hour.
No.
You know?
Actually, I mean, my first.
What time are we at?
20 minutes.
Five Guys was your first job, right?
We have to leave room for clipping.
Yeah, so we'll stop it. How much is on the card?
39 minutes and 43 seconds.
So we'll go another 5 minutes with the pod right here. What was that, Harrison?
Said Five Guys was your first job, right?
Sky Zone was my first job.
I was thinking we've done a lot of grunt work jobs. Like
We have.
I did Wendy's, and I remember I didn't do the closing shift really ever, but I did nighttime sometimes, and the cleaning then actually went pretty fast. Like one person, the manager would bring their speaker, we'd blast music in the back, and be just cleaning and chilling.
We do it too, except it would take 4 hours.
And it didn't take very long.